some goggles. Man to man, we gon' cover you properly. Man to man, you can't beat me impossibly. Red zone, this my house like my property. Do a quarter best niggas on 4th and 3. Get the ends on the officer block for me. I stiff him, I'm down, get off of me. I'm trucking them over, he under me. Back ends, wipe my sins, They can't win, No new friends, Football fast, they sleep again. We wake them up, the champs is in. Champion, we want back ends, wipe my sins, wipe it. They can't win, No new friends, Football fast, they sleep again. We wake them up, the champs is in. Yeah.
I just hike the ball and I look for the open man. The zone, I'm trying to get in. Open the playbook, the book of the champion. Get flipped if you trying to get in. I got the front defense, they got the end. Going for long, on 1st and 10. Gotta go hard, we got.
Coach, we're just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at New Era Field in Orchard Park, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Buffalo Bills. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. David Johnson on his way. He's at the 30, 20, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. David Johnson, 77 yards, and the Bills have taken the early lead. The very first play from scrimmage, how about that? Talk about setting a tone.
And people always talk about doing exactly that in the first 5 minutes of the game, the first offensive and defensive series. Who's going to gain an advantage? Well, we saw exactly what happened there. A tone was definitely set by the offensive team.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Penny. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Penny, a first down carry. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Emmanuel Agba. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Rosen to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Emmanuel Agba in there again to drop him for the 2nd straight play, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And here come the Bills. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. To the air, Allen. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny, and he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Emmanuel Agba there on the stop.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Rosen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's pulled in at the 32. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Watch it now, Barney!
On 2nd down, Johnson trucks over him, fighting through it. He's got space. David Johnson on his way, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. David Johnson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out now come the Cardinals. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Rosen on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. First throw now for the backup Breeze. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And a catch made here by Sharon Peak. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now out come the Bills. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, get into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They pitch it out to Johnson. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Lucky 56!
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They go play action here on 1st down. Being chased out left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Now Allen off the bootleg. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's McKenzie. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st down, Allen. Letting one go deep here for Gronk. That's caught. It's Gronkowski for a Bills touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. The Cardinals on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. Breeze now. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Breeze now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing now is Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by who else? The former Cardinal, Patrick Peterson. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit! No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's got room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, it's Thompson. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, now, look at 56.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. That one goes for 24 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Watch him now, Barney!
They'll run it with Johnson. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. David Johnson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills will extend their lead. Santos with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The final shot before half for Breeze. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Ready. Yellow lady. Got it. Motion. Switch. Yes. 12. 56. The mic, boys. 56. Check. 56. Got it. 12.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, we got 4. Hey, 2. Check 13. 95, 56. Switch. Slide 4.
Again, it's Penny. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Right there. Hey, kill. 56 is Mike. 56 is the mic. I'm coming. 36. 26.
Yeah, they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
12. Ready. You're 90. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. 12.
Breeze now on 1st down. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Breeze to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. 0-2.
Here's a give to Penny. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Hey, easy.
They'll run it again with Penny. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Now Breeze. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
A handoff to Penny. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
On 3rd down, Penny, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll run for it with Penny, and he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down, and the Bills are going to get the football back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Watch him now, Barney!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They go to Johnson again. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
4 down. Alert.
Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackled by the Temple Owl, Julian Taylor.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
4 down. Check. 4 down. Check it back.
On the toss, here's Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. David Johnson from 17 yards out. And the Bills continue to pour it on. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Got it.
On first down, Breeze. This is complete. It's Baldwin. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10.
Got it.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And now another one thrown incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On third down, Johnson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Allen now on first down. It fights him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
On third down, that's Johnson. Johnson jostles free, and he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The Bills on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. A toss left side. Johnson. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Breeze to throw on second down. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll be a loss of 1, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now Breeze. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now Johnson. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
On third down, that's Johnson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Check 31, check 31. Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. Going up top. And this is going to be incomplete. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the